Hi there, this is Ken. I want to take a couple of minutes to show you um, latest tool in the arsenal. A couple of friends had suggested I take a look at this for a few months or so. Finally, after the second person did, I was like, okay, you know what? Let me stop and take a peek because I'm usually just busy juggling through multiple things, and it's kind of always concerned about learning curve on new tools. Well, learning curve on this has been next to zero. So, and the tool is Cursor. So I've been using ChatGPT to as my coding assistant for a couple of years, all day, every day. It's definitely significantly Im improved my even um, you know, exemplary level of productivity. I'm always cranking out new applications and features, whatever. But anyway, yeah, this is a game changer because this is for a project called One Llama. It is a an insurance replacement product that uses a mutuality concept instead of money going all into a corporation. This is an example of one of the screens when you're signing up, and they're gonna the request is to add a new field that says if they've got liability insurance, and if so, who it's from. One Llama is not formal insurance. It just covers collision. Fixes your car, can't fix people. So people need to have both. And so a common question is, hey, how do I do liability? So the feature is to add radio buttons down here for do you have liability? And if so, um, with what company? So we've got a picture here and we've got some text here. And literally all that I did, and I wish I had recorded this before I did it, but this is Cursor. It's a fork of Visual Studio Code that embeds, integrates, AI, um, conversational stuff, completions, et cetera, et cetera. So ignore the stuff on the left side here because I started with a blank screen and I pasted the picture of that screen. I pasted the content here, and all that I added was this prompt about the GitHub issue. I told it which of the four, because there's like four different code bases involved, like front end, back end, API, user front end, admin front end. The sign up is newer tech, much cleaner, simpler, and then an API backend. So anyway, so I told it, what project it was in, told it what screen, specifically what screen, and then I just pasted the stuff in. That's all that I told it. What it came back with was this. Said, here's a clear plan to implement your requirements, front end, vehicle screen, add the new question. If yes, placement, from state validation, data flow. Then it talks about the back end implementation steps, blah blah blah. Cursor then opened up these two files for me. So in basically sort of like diff mode. So so the green stuff are additions. So it correctly added to the yup validation um, schema, something for validation. And then if we go down to where the HTML is, this is a React.js application. So it added, markup with the correct kind of, additions for the the actions when you click on things to update the data, as well as the validation methods there. And because this is built for translation, from the Git, this is a English version of a messages file where it added the messages for me. Now, all of this is stuff that I could have done on my own, and I would have done on my own with ChatGPT. I I would have copied and pasted this file, told it what to do, and would have looked at the update and said, "Ah, yeah, that looks good." Or a lot of times, what I will do is I will do a commit, just copy and paste whatever Chat GPT gives me, and then I compare it. I look at the diff right here. But anyway, I just wanted in a few minutes. This is the first time I've used it for like a project that I'm working on. Um, like a cash paying project. I've used it for my own work, which I usually have very detailed descriptions and blah blah blah. But I was like, you know what? Let me do work on this project and use this sucker. And so yes, I'm very, very positively impressed. It's going to save me boatloads of time. And I encourage you to check out Cursor. I just signed up for the $20 a month plan. I'm already paying ChatGPT $20 a month, but I say to people, if you're not willing to spend money on this stuff, then you're just playing. You're a hobbyist, which is cool. You're not serious. If you can't afford $20 a month, then you need to find something else to do. Anyway, that's it for this quick video. Y'all take care. I will see you another time. Later.